6 silent rulers govern most lives, and they rarely announce their names. I am speaking of fear, poverty, criticism, ill health, loss of love, old age, and death. If your progress has felt strangely expensive, look for their fingerprints on your choices. The power of the mind obeys the voice it hears most. If fear speaks first, action pays the tax. Tonight, I will hand you a clear ledger and a cleaner command. You will see how each fear hides in ordinary habits. Be realistic, wait a little, maybe later. I will show you how to name the root, price the damage, and issue counterorders before noon. This is not comfort. It is control, awareness, applied faith, immediate action, daily auto-suggestion. Your subconscious mind will follow precise instructions delivered with feeling and proof. Give me these minutes, and fear will lose its job description. Before we begin, test yourself with one question. Which 2 of the 6 have authored your last 5 decisions? Say them plainly, because what you name you can replace. By the end, you will carry a line to read morning and night, and 3 daily proofs to make courage practical. Let us begin. The saboteur is quieter than you think and easier to fire. Fear is not thunder. It is a quiet editor that trims your future line by line. It paralyzes motion, confuses judgment, and taxes your energy before the work begins. I watched the power of the mind hand over its tools whenever fear spoke first. Your subconscious mind will mirror the story you repeat with emotion. Choose carefully. If the story is danger, you will see traps. If it is purpose, you will see paths. Most men think fear protects them. Usually it only protects their limitations. It makes small plans look prudent and delays look intelligent. Critics don't stop you. Your fear of critics does. Obstacles don't break you. The meaning you assign to them does. Once I named this, my decisions stopped asking permission from hesitation. Here is the rule I live by. Bring fear into the light or it will run the room. Write it, measure it, and answer it with proof before noon. Faith on schedule dissolves the fog faster than speeches do. Tonight, I'll reveal the 6 roots that feed almost every fear you feel. Name them, and we can neutralize them one by one. I discovered that most anxieties trace back to 6 roots: poverty, criticism, ill health, loss of love, old age, and death. Strip away the costumes, and you will find one of these standing behind the curtain. The power of the mind, left unnamed, treats all fear as a general order to retreat. Name the root, and your subconscious mind can be given the correct countercommand. Recognition is not surrender. It is the start of leadership. These fears work quietly, below awareness, shaping choices you call practical. They rear out your plans towards safety and invoice you later as regret. A man thinks he chose a smaller goal. Often fear chose it for him. That is why definiteness of purpose must speak first and loudest every morning. Purpose writes the script. Fear only edits what you leave blank. Here is our method. Identify the root, link it to a behavior, and replace it with a rule. If the root is poverty, the rule is service and skill building on schedule. If criticism, the rule is proof before noon. Please the mission, not the crowd. If illness, the rule is stewardship, sleep, movement, and calm focus. We will take them in order, starting with a fear that bankrupts more lives than any ledger: poverty. The fear of poverty is the quiet tyrant behind small goals and smaller lives. It breeds indecision, procrastination, and the habit of accepting less than you can earn. I have watched the power of the mind surrender initiative the moment money becomes a ghost. Your subconscious mind, fed nightly with scarcity, will hide opportunities in plain sight. More lives are ruled by the fear of poverty than by poverty itself. I answered it with service on a schedule. Increase usefulness and income follows, first in confidence, then in cash. Pick one skill the market rewards and practice it daily. Offers written, calls placed, products shipped. Log one number nightly, so progress can't hide. This is faith applied, proof before noon, not panic before bed. Practical frame for the week. Reduce expenses you don't respect. Raise output you do. Turn "I can't afford it" into "how do I earn it" by Friday. Design a simple offer and pitch 10 qualified people for 3 days. Judge the plan by evidence only. Fear is not an accountant. The fear of criticism silences more ideas than failure ever could. It makes a man over-edit his courage until nothing bold remains. The power of the mind, when trained to chase approval, will abandon progress for applause. Your subconscious mind starts asking, "Will they like me?" instead of "Will this serve?" Dreams don't die from insults. They die from preemptive self-censorship. Symptoms are easy to spot. Excess polish, timid launches, crowds as compass. A creator posts less and researches more, calling delay quality control. Young builders swap the mission for trends that rent attention but don't buy results. Edison and Ford were ridiculed loudly, then paid loudly. They kept the aim, not the audience. Please the plan. The public arrive on time. My antidote is simple and ruthless. Define one audience, one promise, one proof before noon. Ship small, daily, one outreach, one draft, one demo logged by 12. Judge by usefulness to the mission, not by cheers. Within weeks, criticism shrinks to background while momentum becomes your spokesman. The fear of illness drains a man twice, first in imagination, then in energy. I have watched the power of the mind rehearse symptoms until work becomes worry. Your subconscious mind, fed a steady diet of alarm, will file ordinary fatigue as catastrophe. Soon, plans yield to searches and vigor yields to vigilance. This fear steals today while pretending to save tomorrow. I answer it with stewardship, not speculation. Sleep on schedule, move daily, and protect calm with brief breathing drills. Guard inputs. Less rumor, more reputable counsel. Less scrolling, more walking. Log 3 basics nightly. Hours slept, steps taken, focused minutes worked. Evidence quiets fear faster than arguments do. When anxiety spikes, I narrow to controllables. I say, what proof can I post by noon that serves my purpose and my health? One nourishing meal prepared, one workout completed, one page written. The mindset of success is not reckless. It is responsible and steady. Treat the body as an ally, and the mind returns to its post. This fear makes strong men negotiate against themselves. It breeds jealousy, clinging, and the quiet sabotage of promising bonds. The power of the mind, when it worships abandonment, invents evidence and calls it intuition. Your subconscious mind then scans for threats instead of chances to serve. Grasping drives away what gratitude would have kept. I chose a better contract. Love is stewardship, not possession. I ask, how can I increase this person's peace, growth, and dignity today? Service calms panic because it gives fear a job it cannot do. I keep my own aim visible, so I don't demand that another life complete mine. Two whole people choose, half selves cling. Here is a practice that restored my balance. Each morning, I write one act that proves care without control, a message, a favor, a boundary kept. At night, I log whether I honored respect as much as affection. The mindset of success treats relationships like compounding trust, deposits, not withdrawals. Where fear of loss once lived, confidence in value begins to grow. Men rarely fear wrinkles. They fear losing relevance. The power of the mind, if it worships youth, will retire ambition years ahead of schedule. Your subconscious mind begins to file new skills under too late and new markets under not for me. So potential shrinks while hours remain plentiful. This fear wastes a decade by declaring it finished. I replace that creed with a better one. Usefulness has no birthday. Value is ageless wherever problems remain unsolved. Schedule learning like rent, due monthly, so freshness stays on payroll. Choose one modern tool to become competent at in 30 days. Competence restores dignity. Progress quiets the clock. Examples are everywhere for the eyes that will see. Grandmothers who launch kitchens that feed neighborhoods. Retirees who master consulting platforms and out-earn their former salaries. Authors whose first bestseller ships after 50 because their judgment finally leads. Your calendar, not your candles, decides whether you are early or late. Men fear death and forfeit life in advance. This fear freezes big decisions and shrinks today into caution. The power of the mind, obsessed with endings, mistrusts beginnings. Your subconscious mind files every risk under final, so you stop serving. Thus the grave steals years it never had the right to claim. I reframed it. Death is certain, waste is optional. Purpose gives each day an assignment strong enough to silence dread. Ask, whose good will improve because I act before noon? Service converts anxiety into motion you can measure. The calendar becomes a partner, not a countdown. Here is my daily ride against paralysis. One brave call, one generous act, one step toward the mission, logged by 12. A short gratitude list for people, not possessions, to train attention on meaning. A nightly review. Did I advance what outlives me? Live this way, and fear of death becomes fuel for a larger life. Picture a simple map. Fear of poverty whispers, play small, so you trim your offer and your ask. Fear of criticism says, don't risk it, so you launch late or not at all. Ill health fear drains your energy and imagination. Loss of love fear makes you seek approval over progress. Old age fear mutters too late, and fear of death turns today into delay. Now watch the chain reaction. Poverty fear, smaller goals. Criticism fear, timid action. Results thin out. Thin results confirm doubt. You pivot into safer tasks that look productive. Soon you call hesitation strategy, and drift wears a suit and tie. The power of the mind simply obeyed the loudest narrative in the room. Hold up a mirror this minute. Which two fears authored your last 5 decisions? Be exact. Your subconscious mind cannot fix what you will not name. Write the pair, write the behavior they caused, and write the cost in detail. Once measured, we can replace them with Hill's antidote, on paper, on schedule. Take 60 seconds, pen in hand. Write the 2 fears that show up most in your week: poverty, criticism, ill health, loss of love, old age, or death. Next to each, list how it appears in behavior: missed calls, delayed launches, controlling habits, too late stories. Now write the price: money not earned, work not shipped, trust not built. The power of the mind respects invoices. Show it the bill you are paying. Now replace each fear with 1 counteraction due before noon. If poverty is loud, 10 qualified outreaches. If criticism, post, then improve tomorrow. If ill health, sleep in steps. If loss of love, 1 act of service without control. If old age, 1 modern skill practiced. If death, 1 bold move that serves someone now. Your subconscious mind will follow orders that are specific, emotional, and scheduled. Seal it with a line you will read morning and night for 7 days. I refuse to rent my future to fear. I serve my purpose with proofs before noon. Log your actions nightly, numbers only, to feed faith with facts. This is how recognition becomes release, and release becomes momentum. Now let me hand you Hill's 4-part antidote to keep the cycle broken. First, awareness. I drag the fear into daylight and name the root: poverty, criticism, ill health, loss of love, old age, or death. I write the behavior it produced and the price I paid, numbers, not drama. The power of the mind respects ledgers. Vague dread hates math. Once measured, the monster gets smaller, and my orders get clearer. Recognition is leadership's first act. Second, applied faith. I declare 1 creed in present tense. Result: deadline, service rendered. Morning and night I read it with feeling, so my subconscious mind has a single master. Faith is not noise. It is the refusal to renegotiate the aim. I starved out by feeding belief fresh evidence. This keeps purpose in the chair and fear in the hallway. Third, immediate action. Before noon, I post 3 proofs that contradict the fear. Poverty fear, 10 qualified pitches. Criticism fear, publish the piece. Ill health, sleep in steps first. Loss of love, 1 act of service without control. Old age, learn 1 modern tool. Death, 1 bold deed that serves someone now. Action is the solvent, hesitation is the glue. Fourth, daily auto-suggestion. I script a 12-word line that armors my attention. I serve my purpose with proofs before noon. Fear has no payroll here. I repeat it at wake and sleep, then log wins nightly. How many calls, pages, reps? Infinite intelligence seems to help the man who helps himself on schedule. Do this for 7 days and watch fear report for a smaller shift. You have named the 6 fears and priced their cost. Now lead. Issue a single creed in present tense, then prove it before noon. Report numbers, not narratives. Let results argue for your identity. The power of the mind respects orders delivered with feeling and fulfilled on schedule. Your subconscious mind will stop renting to fear once you stop paying it. Here is your 7-day drill. Morning, read your creed aloud and choose 3 counteractions that contradict your 2 dominant fears. Midday, execute without debate. Record the counts. Night, log wins and reset the next 3. Faith grows where evidence returns on time. Remember, fear thrives in darkness and dies in daylight. Choose service over safety, progress over approval, purpose over panic. You were not made to be managed by shadows. You were made to direct them. When you do, courage stops feeling dramatic and starts feeling like routine.